Welcome back. This is a video tutorial for Adoration by Florence B, arranged for the violin and piano by Elaine Fine. This is a gorgeous piece that thankfully was rediscovered in 2009, even that it was written probably in 1950s, and it's by this unknown, still too unknown, female American composer Florence B. More about her later and how to play this piece. But first, let's hear this arrangement for violin and piano. Enjoy. As you can see, this is a really gorgeous piece and it's really worth knowing about it. And if you're able to play it or if you're learning it, that's also a great way to explore Florence B's music. If you want to know more about Florence B, I'm going to put a link in the description so that you can learn a few facts about her. It's a truly remarkable life and also the first Black American female composer to be performed by a major symphony orchestra, which is the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. Now about this piece, there's a lot of long lines that we want to carry through. So most importantly is to continue the sound through the notes, between the notes, and the same thing with the vibrato. So we want to make sure that we keep that sound going through the piece. I like starting this piece in an up bow because it gives a better flow, I find. So for example, we're going to the third bar. but it doesn't finish there, it continues. It's a long phrase. It's a long 8-bar phrase. So I'm going to play the first phrase one more time. Continue the sound. And then it starts again, there. Even at the end, it connects to the next line all the time. The next line is not as long. Now this second line, I like to finish it on the G string because I think it gives that depth of sound that we need for this section. So when you play on the G string, make sure that we lift the arm even a little bit higher so that we get that deeper sound. Now the next section, when you hear the organ version of this, it's really clear that it's an accompaniment. I do a harmonic there, and then a bit less. Now here I like to do a little bit crescendo. And that's the end of the first section, really. Now, the middle section, which is in double stops. Remember, like I said, this is written originally for organ, so it would have lots of different voices at once. The piano is doing the other voices normally, but here we got 2 voices at once. We've got different options here. We can play the double stops, or we can play either the top or the bottom. If you're working on this for the LSG concert coming up in March, and you're working with this in a group, make sure that you're playing it, you're dividing the 2 voices equally if you are going to do division. If you're playing them together, be very careful that it's in tune. So only play it together if it's really in tune. So really practice those thirds. The first third, being a major third, is a bit smaller in the hand. And this one is a bit bigger, being a minor third. So we need to make sure that we shift to the right place, and also we change the distance between the fingers. Third position. If you're doing that separately, just sing as beautiful as possible. Or it's quite nice to keep that D string sound if you're playing just the bottom voice. Then continue. Get to the top. This one is not as difficult the second time. Same as the beginning. That F. That new harmony is really interesting. 27 onwards. We've done this before. Just make sure that it's really in tune. First position, and then we go across, and then finally across the two strings. Whether you're playing these double stops or not, that penultimate double stop is really important. So we want to really hear that harmony. And then just back to the beginning. Just because it's like the beginning one more time, I think it's quite nice to keep it a little bit softer probably than the very beginning. So I like to use a little bit less bow. You can try different ways, but I think if we try together with little bow. Safe bow, because then we can expand again. So when we get to the next octave, when we go up, I'm sorry. You really want to get that bigger sound, like expansion sound. Especially here. So I would use a whole bow for all of this section coming up. Also, I like the sound at the top of the A string more than the E string. It's too bright. I like this. I think it suits this music. And now here, I do stay in third position to finally brighten up. And then go to the forte. And the last note is very long. So very slow bow. We can also explore how we change the sound going from forte at the beginning of the note, near the bridge. Relaxing it, relaxing the vibrato as well. And then disappearing. And then we shouldn't really know when it's finishing. Okay, so this is the main frame for this piece. I would add one extra tip for this. If you're able to listen to all the versions, I'm gonna link a couple of recordings at the bottom in the description for you to listen to. Both violin and piano, but also the original organ version, because then you can hear the different sounds that were intended for this piece by Florence B. And then we can explore how to play it all together. I hope this video has been helpful. If so, make sure that you don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And I hope to see you very soon.